Hey, I'm Chris, and tonight is once again the night we're doing a chapter out of the Bible. If you're new, well, I made a commitment to read a chapter out of the Bible every night, and I live stream it and share it with you to help me keep my commitment. Tonight we're doing Numbers 26, the second census of the nation. So bear with me, there's a lot of names, and they're not easy to pronounce, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing them right, but I do the best I can. So understand it's a long chapter compared to what last night's chapter was, which was relatively short. This is almost 2 pages. So normally we don't do about 2 pages. Usually we only do maybe a page and that's about it. But this is a little bit longer. So hey Kevin, thanks for coming in. But as soon as we get that 1 minute in, which we got about a little under 15 seconds, we will start to read Numbers 26 here pretty soon. So like I said, this is on a second census of the nation, so that's why there'll be names being used in this. And like I said, they're not easy to pronounce, and I'll do the best I can. But let's go ahead. Like I said, Numbers 26. After the plague, the Lord said to Moses and Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, take a census of the whole Israelite community by families. Of course, this census is after I think they killed was 24,000 were killed by a plague. All those 20-year-old or more who are able to serve in the army of Israel, so on the plain of Moab, by the Jordan sus of the men 20 years old or more, the Lord commanded Moses. There were the Israelites who came out of Egypt, the descendants of Reuben, the firstborn son of Israel, were through Hanok, the Hanokites clan, through Palu, the Paluite clan, through Hezron, the Hezronite clan, through Carmi, the Carmite clan. These were the clans of Reuben, whose numbers were 43,730. The son of Palu was Eliab, and the son of Eliab were Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. The son of Dathan and Abiram were the community officials who rebelled against Moses and Aaron and were among Korah's followers when they rebelled against the Lord. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them along with Korah, whose followers died when the fire devoured the 250 men, and they were served as a warning sign. The line of Korah, however, did not die out. The descendants of Simeon by their clans were through Nemuel, the Nemuelites clan, through Jamin, the Jaminite clan, through Jachin, the Jachinite clan, through Zerah, the Zerahite clan, through Shal, the Shalite clan. These were the clans of Simeon. There were 22,200 men. The descendants of Gad by their clans were through Zephon, the Zephonite clan, through Haggi, the Haggite clan, or Haggi, through Shuni, the Shunite clan, through Ozni, the Oznite clan, through Eri, the Erite clan, through Arodi, the Arodite clan, through Areli, the Arelite clan. These were the clans of Gad. Those numbers were 40,500. And Onan were sons of Judah, but they died in Canaan. The descendants of Judah by their clans were through Shelah, the Shalonite clan, through Perez, the Perezite clan, through Zerah, the Zerahite clan. The descendants of Perez were through Hezron, the Hezronite clan, through Hamuel, the Hamulite clan. These were the clans of Judah. Those numbers were 76,500. The descendants of Issachar by their clans were through Tola, the Tolaite clan, through Puah, the Puite clan, through Jashub, the Jashabite clan, through Shimron, the Shimronite clan. These were the clans of Issachar. Those numbers were 64,300. The descendants of Zebulun by their clans were through Sered, the Seredite clan, through Elon, the Elonite clan, through Jalil, the Jalilite clan. These were the clans of Zebulun. Those numbers were 60,500. The descendants of Joseph by their clans through Manasseh and Ephraim were the descendants of Manasseh. Through Machir, the Machirite clan. Machir was the father of Gilead. Through Gilead, the Gileadite clan. These were the descendants of Gilead. Through Izer, the Izerite clan. Through Helek, the Helekite clan. Through Azrael, the Azraelite clan. Through Shimkim, the Shimkimite clan. Through Shemida, the Shemidite clan. Through Hepha, the Hepherite clan. Zelophehad, son of Hepher, had no sons. He had only daughters, whose names were Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. These were the clans of Manasseh. Those numbers were 52,700. These were the descendants of the Ephraim by their clans through Shuthelah, the Shuthelahite clan, through Becher, the Becherite clan, through Tahan, the Tahanite clan. These were the descendants of the Shathalah, through Iran, the Iranite clan. These were the clans of Ephraim. Those numbers were 32,500. These were the descendants of Joseph by their clans. The descendants of Benjamin by their clans were through Bela, the Belite clan, through Ashbel, the Ashbelite clan, through Ahiram, the Ahiramite clan, through Shufam, the Shuphamite clan, through Hufam, the Huphamite clan, the descendants of Bela through Ard and Naaman were through Ard, the Ardnite clan, through Naaman, the Naamite clan. These were the clans of Benjamin. Those numbers were 45,600. These were the descendants of Dan by their clans through Shuham, the Shuhamite clan. These were the clans of Dan. All of them were Shuhamite clans, and those numbers were 64,400. The descendants of Asher by their clans were through Imnah, the Imnite clan, through Ishvi, the Ishvite clan, through Bera, the Berite clan, and through the descendants of Bera, through Heber, the Heberite clan, through Machil, the Machilite clan. Asher had a daughter named Sarah. These were the clans of Asher, whose numbers were 53,400. The descendants of Naphtali by their clans were through Jazeel, the Jazilite clan, through Guni, the Gunanite clan, through Jezer, the Jezerite clan, through Shilem, the Shilemonite clan. These were the clans of Naphtali. Those numbers were 45,400. The total number of the men of Israel was 601,730. The Lord said to Moses, the land is to be allotted to them as an inheritance based on the number of names. The larger group give a larger inheritance, and to a smaller group a smaller one, each to receive its inheritance according to the numbers of those listed. Be sure that the land is distributed by lot. What each group inherits will be according to the name for its ancestral tribe. Each inheritance is to be distributed by lot among the large and smaller groups. There were the Levite clans who were counted by their clans through Gershon, the Gershonites, through Kohath, the Kohathites, through Merari, the Merarites clans. These also were Levite clans. the Libnite clan, the Hebronite clan, the Mahalite clan, the Mushite clan, and the Korhite clan. Korath was the forefather of Amram. The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, a descendant of Levi who was born to the Levites in Egypt. To Amram, she bore Aaron, Moses, and their sister Miriam. Aaron was the father of Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died when they made an offering to the Lord with unauthorized fire. All the male Levites, a month old or more, numbered 23,000. They were not counted along with the other Israelites because they received no inheritance among them. These are the ones counted by Moses and Eleazar, the priest, when they counted the Israelites on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. Not one of them was among those counted by Moses and Aaron, the priests, when they counted the Israelites in the desert of Sinai. For the Lord had told those Israelites, they surely die in the desert, and not one of them was left except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun. So that was Numbers 26. Tomorrow night we'll be doing Numbers 27, which is this is kind of hard to Zelophehad's daughters. So I hope you come. Plus we got Joshua to succeed Moses, and that looks like that's what Numbers 27 is. It's a little shorter than what Numbers 26 was. Of course, like I said, there was a lot to go through there for Numbers 26. But once again, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you all have a good night, and I hope we'll see you